Hello and welcome. My name's Vicki Haspels. I'm the Conscious Mystic, and this is a monthly forecast. So this is for the month of May 2023. I'm coming to you from Kununurra. I'm at a caravan park. This is a beautiful lake behind me, and the local freshwater crocodile has just turned up. He's just in the water, so if he pops up on the grass, we will be seeing him turned up behind me, and you might see me running. But anyway, no, he doesn't bite. Apparently he's a freshwater crocodile, doesn't eat people. So, but anyway, otherwise, let's continue. This is a new thing I'm doing, monthly forecast. I'm going to use the spread that I was using for the weekly forecast. I have a different format for the weekly one now, if you want to go and have a look at that. But this is for the whole month of May. So I will be choosing 6 cards from the deck. I've just done the shuffling. And I'm going to choose as we talk. I hope you've had a great week. I'm coming, this trip that I'm doing is now winding up for the next 3 weeks or so. We're heading back to Queensland. It's been great, and I've had some really good adventures, and happy to go back. We'll be doing another adventure in July, so I'll be coming to you from the middle of the desert, which is pretty exciting. But for now, I'll bring the forecast to you from the desert, but for now I'm going to do the monthly forecast for the month of May, and let's begin. 6 cards. So we're going to start with our conscious self and how we are viewing ourselves and living our lives consciously. This is the energy that we know of ourselves, and when I say it to you, you're going to go, oh yeah, I feel that. So this is what we know, what we're going to acknowledge, and how we feel about things. So the first card we have is the 2 of Wands. So for the self, for the month of May, it is all about taking ourselves out of our little comfort zone. We are ready. We have done all the things that we need to do, and we are ready to explore and put things into action. We actually have the confidence. The 2 of Wands tells us we have the confidence. The 2 of Wands tells us that we have the motivation and the energy to do it. So in other words, we're not going to contemplate anything anymore. We've actually learned everything we need to do. We're not going to think, oh, I'm not good enough, I don't know enough. We now have the all the knowledge, all the energy, and all the skills we need to do that. So the next card we're looking at is the unconscious self. So the unconscious self is how our soul self, how our guides, how our angels work with us to reinforce the self card, which was the 2 of Wands. So how are those energies going to work with us to keep us on track so that we can realize that 2 of Wands energy? Well, here we have the Chariot. The Chariot represents that sort of struggle of, I want to say, good and evil. Maybe it is the good and evil inside of us, the shadow and the light inside of us. So our guidance, our soul selves, unconsciously is going to bring to light the, I suppose, like if we are feeling happy about something or depressed about something or sad about something, our soul selves, whenever we are on track or off track with this card here, our soul selves, our unconscious self, is going to bring to light those areas that are either helpful or need work. So in other words, our soul self, our conscious self, wants to succeed. It wants to move forward. It wants to bring to life a new project. We are so ready. We are tired of saying, I can't do this, I don't have enough energy, I don't have enough information. Over that, we're over that. So in order to keep us on track, the Chariot is going to be brought into play. So we will know that we are off track when we feel like we are, I suppose, when we get frustrated, but it's actually not a card of frustration, it's more a card of spurts of, I suppose, repressed anger. Just give me a moment, let me have a think about it, because I keep getting the word good and evil when it comes to that. I don't really like evil. Let's just talk about shadow and dark. So the subconscious is going to bring to light our shadow selves, and our light selves. So in other words, in order to bring our new project, or even, it doesn't have to be anything big, whatever we want to do next, the things that we have been thinking about, talking about, wanting to do, the parts of us that are self-destructive and the parts of us that are motivated and not what like lift up, where we lift ourselves up, are going to be brought to light. So whenever we get self-sabotagey, it's going to come right crashing in. We're going to stop and think, now hang on, how much do I want to do this? How much do I want to succeed with this? Because I am so ready. So in other words, those things, I keep wanting to say we are so ready. The Two of Wands is saying we are so ready. So whenever that self-sabotaging stuff or the confidence part of who we are is at play, that's what the Chariot's going to do. It's going to remind us about what is important to us to bring this to light. We are not going to get out of bringing this project and this thing that we've been wanting to do for so long. We're not going to get out of doing that. We're going to be able to deal with that, and it's not going to drag us down. It's going to bring it into the light. It's going to say, you know what, you're doing this. And we're going to say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm self-sabotaging myself like this, or sabotaging my way, or how good am I? So those two aspects of ourselves are going to be brought to light and helped along the way. That's why it's in the subconscious. We don't have to do anything about it. It's going to be helped along the way. Guides, soul, energy, universal energy, whatever you want to call it, God force, the one, they're going to be taking care of that. Bring it to the light and help us work through it so that we don't have to be bogged down by any of that energy anymore. Okay, moving on. The fear. What are we working through? What are the things that are coming to light that we are addressing? What are the little vulnerabilities that we're actually working through? The self-sabotaging stuff, I guess, is this card here. And again, it sort of ties in, the Eight of Pentacles ties in with that thought of, am I good enough? Have I done enough? I talked about it with the first card with the Two of Wands. We know that we are. There's still a few vulnerabilities around that are saying, I'm not good enough. I don't have enough information. You know, can I achieve this? So that's why the Chariot is there, to keep boosting us, to reminding us that we are good enough. And when the Chariot turns up in our unconscious, in our subconscious, we are going to fight for ourselves and overcome those thoughts and those insecurities that say, you know what, I'm just a bit player. No, it's time to shine. This card is time to shine, guys. It's time to shine. That's why it's there. Okay, so this is for the month of May. Remember, all of May, it is about this energy. So the next one we're going to have a look at is our reaction or action. How are we going to respond to this energy? Ooh. Oh, look at that. Five of Pentacles. Now the Five of Pentacles is a really interesting card. Look at that. It looks like poverty, doesn't it? It looks like walking away from what we know. So the Five of Pentacles energy, our action or reaction is that we are going to walk away because it's like a new project or something that we love to do, or something that we know we are we've been wanting to do. We've been not so much putting on hold, but oh, just hang on a tick. He's over here, and now I'm talking to myself. You're not interrupting me, by the way. Just as long as you know that I'm talking to myself here. Okay, so here we have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is our action or reaction. So look at how we're walking away. Look at how we're walking away. So we are walking away. That lady's just looking at the crocodile that's behind me. So we are walking away from old ways of doing things. We are walking away from what we think we need to do to succeed. We are embracing our way of doing things. That's why the Chariot is in play, because obviously this is really interesting, isn't it? So if we want to succeed, and we've probably tried something before where we think we should do it a certain way, that's why the Chariot is in play. This Five of Pentacles tells me that we are doing things our way. So in order for us to do things our way, the way that's going to succeed for us, we must have the Five of Pentacles in play, so that we are brave enough or courageous enough to walk away from what we think is going to be successful, what we think is what we need to do. So 5 represents change. 5 represents a turning point. So in other words, we know that in order to succeed with this card here, we must almost like wipe the deck clean. We must be ready to start again, and that's what the 5 is all about, is that we wipe away. We're not going to be poor, by the way. We are just wiping the decks clear so that we can start from scratch, and we can do it our way, so that we implement things our way rather than just piling on to what we have always done, or what we thought we used to do, or what we thought we must do in order to succeed. So what does this mean for our future? What are we walking into when we play things out this way? We have the 3 of Pentacles. How perfect is that? The 3 of Pentacles is the reward. In other words, when we follow these simple steps and follow the energy and follow the energy of the cards, of the guidance of the cards, follow our heart, follow our soul, we will get rewarded by the very thing that we are hoping to achieve. So in other words, in order to be successful and step into what we know is our way forward and the things that we want to do, we must be brave, we must be courageous, we must walk our own path. We will be reminded, the way forward will be made clear, because the Chariot is in play, and they will take away our soul, our guide, our angels will be taking away that which will stop us, like our self-sabotage. It will just remind us and take it away. We don't have to do that hard work. The hard work that we will need to do is to wipe the slate clean and say, you know what, I'm starting again. I'm doing this my own way. Now, if anyone wants to know what that lady's doing, it's the crocodile behind me, if you're wondering. She's coming and she's talking to somebody on her phone. Anyway, let's continue. So we know that once we wipe the slate clean and do things our way, and do it so that it's in our style and not somebody else's style, we wipe that slate clean, we are going to be successful. We are going to reap the rewards of that success, and we're going to see it in real time. Not just a promise, this is success, this is a reward. The 3 of Pentacles is a reward. Okay, so what does this mean for our soul journey for the month of May? Our soul journey, our soul karmic contract, if you like. What is our spiritual journey here? It is the 4 of Pentacles. Now, you look at the 4 of Pentacles. Look at that face. Look at the energy of that. Look at the closure around the heart. For too long, we have, in our lives, shut ourselves down to our true potential. The 2 of Wands is our true potential. It is no longer okay for us to say, I can't do this, or I don't know enough. We now have the opportunity to step into our power. We have our guides working with us to clear the decks. The shadow, the light, they are going to be working with us to expose the shadow, to expose the light, to enable us to build our way forward. We must be brave. We must be courageous. Now, the courage comes from not wanting to fall back into old habits and say, I can't do this, I don't know enough, I'm not good enough. And the other thing is to let go of the way that we used to do things, the way we've always done something. The 5 of Pentacles asks us to wipe the slate clean and do it our way. We will be rewarded when we do things our way. And The Four of Pentacles, the karmic journey, the soul journey of the soul lesson of this month of May is about realizing that dream and thinking, you know what? It's not so much about saying, oh, I'm good enough, or I can do this, or rah, 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 yeah, yay me. It's about setting aside those things, those stubbornness that we've held on to all of our lives, to say, you know what? Oh, I shouldn't do this, I can't do this, whatever, whatever. All those excuses will no longer work. And we have the opportunity to move them on. Now, it's going to be tough in May because they're going to be right in our faces. However, all of those other cards are going to help us get rid of it, going to help us understand it. It's going to help us accept that that's a part of who we are, and it's going to show us that, you know, it's okay, that's how we have been, and now we don't need to do that anymore. It's an opportunity to let go of those, you know, those self-defeating thoughts, those self-defeating patterns of behaviour. We don't have to do that anymore. We have an opportunity in the month of May to give something a go, to work with our guides, to let go of that indecision and that uncertainty, to wipe the slate clean and walk our own path, and to learn the lesson of letting go and no more excuses. The soul can be free to express itself in its perfect way. Anyway, that's the monthly forecast for the month of May of 2023. My name's Vicki Haspels. I'm the Conscious Mystic, coming to you from Kununurra, and the crocodile hasn't turned up. So, but anyway, he's just behind me in the lake. Anyway, that's me. My name's Vicki Haspels, the Conscious Mystic. Much love from me, and I'll see you next month. Mwah. Bye. See you guys next week with love from me. Mwah.